Wait, what? The Miami Dolphins might actually trade Jalen Ramsey? Yep, that wasn't a typo. The same guy they just backed the Brinks truck up for. The same guy who rolled into Miami dripped out in teal and gold confidence, talked about Super Bowl dreams, locked down top receivers, and brought that don't even look my way energy to the secondary. Might be out the door? Yeah, let's talk about it. This isn't just another off-season rumor. This is a major twist in the Dolphins' master plan. They made Jalen Ramsey the highest-paid cornerback not too long ago. They hyped him up as the missing piece. And now, boom. Trade rumors, salary cap moves, Cam Smith waiting in the shadows like a Marvel origin story. Something's definitely up in Miami.
Well, he totally disappointed me. He called that he was going to come back and have a pick six, not a pick field goal.
In today's video, we're breaking it all down. First, the sudden pivot by the Dolphins, the chaos behind closed doors. Why are they considering trading a player who's still at the top of his game? Then, we shine a spotlight on Ramsey himself, whether you love him or love to hate him. One thing's for sure, this man is a straight-up defensive weapon. One look, one glare, one clap in your face, and your favorite receiver is having a bad day. And finally, we're going to talk landing spots. Where could Ramsey go next, and what does his exit mean for the Dolphins? Retooling or rebuilding? Or just rolling the dice? But before we jump in, real quick, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and slap that like if you're a football nerd like us who lives for this kind of drama. And hey, Dolphins fans, breathe. It's gonna be okay. Probably. All right, let's dive in. All right, let's rewind the clock a bit. It's September 2024, and the Miami Dolphins are making headlines by signing Jalen Ramsey to a 3-year, $72.3 million contract extension, making him the highest-paid cornerback in the NFL. Fans are ecstatic, thinking, this is it. Our defense is going to be unstoppable. Fast forward to April 2025, and suddenly, the Dolphins and Ramsey have mutually agreed to explore trade options. How did we go from all in to all out in just a few months?
Cornerback Jalen Ramsey are mutually set to explore trade options, and it wouldn't be surprised if he played elsewhere in 2025. Miami and Ramsey's due $25.1 million fully guaranteed this season could be parting ways.
Well, the 2024 season didn't exactly go as planned. The Dolphins finished with an 8-9 record, missing the playoffs and leaving fans and analysts scratching their heads. The defense, despite having stars like Ramsey, couldn't consistently stop opponents, and the offense had its fair share of struggles. In a pre-draft press conference, Dolphins general manager Chris Grier addressed the situation, stating,
I will say these decisions aren't done quickly and they're not taken lightly. At the end of the day, Jalen did not ask for a trade.
Grier emphasized that Ramsey didn't request a trade or a salary adjustment, but after numerous conversations, both sides felt it was time to explore other options.
That is not anything that we're pursuing. Like I said, who knows, if someone wants to come and give me 2 first-round picks, then we consider it. But as of right now, that's not anything we're pursuing.
This move has sparked a lot of reactions. Former NFL star Chad Johnson didn't hold back, criticizing the Dolphins for what he sees as a puzzling decision. He expressed concerns that this could hand the AFC East to rivals like the Buffalo Bills.
I have no problem with that, and the only reason they want to move on is because of salary. They just want to get that money off their books. They think they slick.
Financially, trading Ramsey before June 1st would increase his cap number from $16.7 million to $25.2 million for 2025 due to the acceleration of his signing bonus. This suggests the Dolphins are willing to take a short-term financial hit for potential long-term gains. Trading a player of Ramsey's caliber is never easy, but sometimes tough decisions are necessary for a team's long-term success. We know that.
The organization has been in a position where it has felt like it is in the best interest of the Dolphins, and Jalen Ramsey feels like it's in his best interest for both sides to part ways. And so that's coming.
So, after the Dolphins' unexpected decision to explore trade options for Jalen Ramsey, many fans are left wondering, why would they consider parting ways with such a pivotal player? What makes him so indispensable? In the 2024 season, Ramsey showcased his resilience and skill by playing all 17 games, despite entering the year with a hamstring injury. He amassed 60 tackles, including 39 solo, recorded 11 passes defended, and snagged 2 interceptions. Ramsey was one of the few stalwart members of Miami's defense during the 2024 campaign, in which he suited up for all of the Dolphins' regular season games despite entering the year with an injury. Bros made of steel. But Ramsey's influence extends beyond the stat sheet. Reflecting on his career, this dude's been a beast since high school. Back at Brentwood Academy in Tennessee, he was already turning heads, not just in football, but in track too. He set a state-long jump record and was named the top male performer at the Great 8 track meet.
I wanted to prove that I'm one of the best in the state of Tennessee, and I just had a lot to prove, and I'm just more than grateful right now.
At Florida State University, Ramsey made an immediate impact. He was the first true freshman to start at cornerback for FSU since Deion Sanders in 1985. In the 2016 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars selected Ramsey 5th overall. By his second season, he earned first-team All-Pro honors and played a pivotal role in leading the Jaguars to the AFC Championship game in 2017. Ramsey was traded to the Los Angeles Rams in 2019, where he continued to excel. He was named to the Pro Bowl in 2020, 21, and 22, and earned first-team All-Pro selections in 2020 and 21. His tenure with the Rams was highlighted by a victory in Super Bowl 56 in February 2022. Then, in 2023, the Dolphins came calling. They traded for him, hoping he'd be the final piece to their elite defense. Even though he missed part of the season with a knee injury, Jalen came back and still made the Pro Bowl. 3 picks in just 10 games? Sheesh. So yeah, Jalen Ramsey's resume? Stacked. Super Bowl champion, 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro, and still one of the most feared corners in the league, so here we are. Jalen Ramsey might actually be on the move again. Wild, right? A top-tier corner, still in his prime, just casually floating on the trade market. But if the Dolphins do let him go, where does he land? Well, a few teams pop up immediately. The Lions are interesting. They've got a young, hungry squad and need help in the secondary. Ramsey's swagger fits Detroit's gritty vibe. The Chiefs? Phew. Imagine Ramsey on a defense that already knows how to close games. If they can make the money work, that would be scary. Don't sleep on Dallas either. He's a Texas guy, and the Cowboys love making flashy moves that keep the media buzzing. Now, flipping the script, what does this mean for the Dolphins? Well, it's kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid. Yeah, it stings, but they might be prepping for a younger, cheaper secondary. Enter Cam Smith. Miami's 2023 second-round pick has been waiting in the wings. Dude's got talent, length, and a bit of that lockdown swagger. The Dolphins could be clearing the runway for him to fly in year 2. Also, don't forget, the Dolphins have cap issues. Letting Ramsey walk frees up big money. So, is this a rebuild? Nah, more like a retool. They're trying to stay competitive, stay fast, stay fresh, but make no mistake, losing a player like Ramsey isn't small. What do you think? Is Miami making the right move? And where do you see Jalen Ramsey showing up next? KC, Detroit, Dallas, or somewhere no one saw coming? If you're new to this channel, click on that bell icon to be notified about our latest videos. And as always, stay tuned to NFL Insider.